Welcome to CBT exam creator tutorial. In this tutorial, we'll be learning how to use an access pin throughout the examination. This is the part 2 of it. The part 1 explained a particular way of how to use one access pin throughout the examination. Now, in this other part, we'll be explaining another way on how to use an access pin throughout the examination. Now, this particular way came up when version 5.01 was released of the software. So any version from 5.01 and above will be able to do this. So if you don't have the updated version, please go and update. If you are not using 5.01 and above, please update the software. Now, to do this, you give the student their access pin so that they can begin the examination. But before doing that, you have to decide on how you want the examination to be. Now, for instance, if the examination is going to last for 5 days and each day they are doing just 3 subjects, what you simply do is that, so in total they'll be having 15 subjects. What you simply do is that, 1, you first of all make sure that the settings is properly set for the examination. So in this case, we are going to be setting it from the access pin, not from the CBT settings. We're setting it from the access pin. And where are we setting it from the access pin? We'll go to customize access pin. So let's assume that this is the access pin group we're dealing with. So we'll go to customize access pin and remove the subjects that we don't want them to do for that day. So let's remove the subjects that they are not going to be doing for that day. Remove it. Should in case you remove a subject mistakenly, you can always click back on this and search for it and it will come out and put it back. So we'll remove the subject for the day that they are not going to do that particular day. So let's say they are doing only Maths, English and Business Studies. Now you can set all this, put the instruction that you want them to see before they start the exam. You can also customize this by putting it as, okay, let's say GSS 1 examination day 1, so that they will know it's the first day. Now you can leave this as it is. Then set the time that you want them to use for the exam. You know how long it will be. If there's going to be theory, set the time you want them to also do for theory. If there's, then disable the correction, which is the best thing to do so that they don't see correction and result. If there's no theory, disable theory. If there's theory, enable theory. So there's no theory in this case, so disable theory. For random, if it's random questions, you want to give them allowed. If it's going to, question is going to be the same for everybody, you select fixed. So CBT pause, disable that because you don't want them to pause in their examination. Now show result, I also disable that. Now for this access pin, I'll use it as one time. Leave it as one time. You don't need to use that as renewable. In the previous video that we explained about how to use one access pin for multiple days, we talked about how to be changing this from one time to renewable. But in this, we're not going to touch that at all because it's not relevant. So I'm going to save this, and I've customized my access. If you go back to it, you can confirm it and see that everything you did has been done, has been changed successfully. Should in case you want to clear it and do it again, you just click on return to default and it will return everything to default. Then you can go back and change it again. So save and it has saved. That means this particular customization you did on this particular group will take effect on all the access pin in the group. So any candidate that is given this particular access pin will definitely have those effects on their examination. That means they're going to do only those 3 subjects with the time given and other things will be done. So you can now give the students the access pin. Now I'm going to use, for this tutorial, I'm going to just use just one student. So you give them the access pin to start the examination. Now they go to the client part. You can watch the video now to connect your server to the client, and go to their particular class, and they enter the access pin or their registration number if you have already changed the access pin. So we'll click on begin, and you can see it. The instruction that was customized is there, then start. So you can see that it's just the 3 subjects that is shown. So they end up doing these 3 subjects for the examination. When they are done, we change to the next subject. Done with this, we change to the next subject. And when they are finally done, with the exam, they end the test. They shouldn't click on end test until they are done with the exam. You tell them that. So they click on end test, and it shows this message telling them that they have successfully submitted. So they go out of the examination hall. Now back to the server. You would see that initially the access pin, while doing the exam, the access pin will be showing as used. It will be showing as used. If they have not used it before, it will be showing as active. But when they start using it, it will be showing as used. Now when they've submitted, that particular access pin will start showing as completed. That's the way to confirm that the student has finished. So it will show as completed. If some have not finished, you'll be seeing it as used. So we can know that that student is done with it. So after they are done with that particular day and all of them have gone, the next day you will go back again and customize the access pin for day 2. So change this to day 2, put the time in. I'll put the subject for day 2. Put the subject for day 2. And save. Now, after doing this, we have customized it. Now, if you give the student the same access pin to log in, this is what would happen. It will take the student back to his score, or back to this particular page. The reason why it's taking the student back to the particular page is because of you've not done one thing. There's one thing that's supposed to be done after customizing for day 2. Click on renew access pin so that you prepare it for the new day exam, and all this that you have done here will now take effect. So I'll click on renew. Now this particular part was not included in the previous version and the past videos that explain that the student will be the one to be clicking on renew from the client part. But this time around, it's so easy. You as the admin will be the one to click on renew. So you may have clicked on renew. It's already put a message out that one of the access pin has been renewed. The reason is because of it was just only one person that completed it. In this case, it's our example. So you can see it now. Instead of showing completed, it's now showing used. It's now showing used. So if we click on renew again, it won't bring a message that it cannot renew because of what has already renewed it. So there's no completed access pin anymore. Now give the student that access pin and let the student log in this time around, and let's see what happens in this case. Now we'll see that it's showing day 2, then continue. Now we can see it has given us the 3 subjects for that particular day. So the student can go ahead and start this particular one the same way. And when it's done, it ends the test for day 2. So this repeats itself consistently for all the days. So it's just for you to customize. After customizing, then go and click on renew access pin. As simple as that for each day, and the student completes the examination for the day. So in the next videos or subsequent videos, you can actually watch how we can actually check the performances for each day. We will now learn how to check performances for each day. That is how we renew the access pin and write the exam with just one single access pin or registration number throughout the examination. The examination is going to last for 1 week or 1 month. This is how you are going to go about it. As simple as that. Thank you for watching, and watch other videos to learn how to use the software effectively.